here's something interesting. So Air Canada, get this, has ordered 30 electric airplanes. Yeah, electric airplanes. How about that? Electric airplanes. So, I mean, it shouldn't surprise you. Look who's the president of, Justin Trudeau, right?
Get that! 30 electric airplanes! The audacity! What are you talking about? And did you notice, like, mid-sentence there, she almost realized that Canada doesn't call their leader a president. She almost did. She's in the House of Representatives and doesn't know that Justin Trudeau is a prime minister and not a president.
So we were joking around and we were talking, how is there an electric airplane and what does that look like? So we were just making fun and thinking about, remember back a long time ago and you've seen movies where people in those slave ships and they're down there and they're rowing and they're being whipped to row?
So Marjorie and her friends were joking about slave ships and slavery the other day and how they were being whipped to row. Marjorie, those weren't movies, those were documentaries. Those things actually happened in this country. But I'm glad you and your friends got to joke about that. Cool.
We're saying, how are they going to keep powering these electric airplanes? What are they going to have? It's like a spin class in a tube where they've got everybody riding spin cycles, and then those mean, nasty airline stewardess that force you to wear masks all the time on the planes back when we were forced to wear masks. Are they going to be forcing you to like keep spinning to keep the airplane in the air? Like, it's absurd.
No, Marjorie, what's absurd is that you continue to show, even after being called out on it, that you have no idea how solar power or electricity works, like, at all. Do you think there's a bunch of hamsters on some type of running wheel inside of Teslas just going and going and going to keep those Teslas running? Seriously, Marjorie? And again, this woman is in the House of Representatives. Like, she represents, not me, you people in Georgia. You guys did this. But seriously, then she goes on in the same speech to say this.
Bill Gates wants you guys to eat bugs.
This crazy obsession with Bill Gates. And believe me, there are a lot of reasons not to like Bill Gates. But this idea that he wants you to eat bugs and he wants to depopulate the earth. And I have a guy that I know on Facebook. I wish I were making this up. He will post pictures like this, like gummy worms, and be like, yeah, they're trying to condition our kids to be okay with eating bugs because that's what's coming next. In this globalist deep state world, they're gonna make our kids eat bugs. Marjorie Taylor Greene has now fully embraced the stuff that your crazy old friend from high school who picked his nose in biology couldn't pass a class, who's now on the dark web looking up stuff and just randomly posting it on Facebook. That's now some of our representatives. Marjorie Taylor Greene has embraced that entire thing. Awesome.
Seriously, Beyond Meat burgers. Like, who wants a Beyond Meat burger? I want a really juicy, big, fat cheeseburger with real meat.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't like Beyond Meat burgers either. But a lot of people do. And guess what? I don't care. I don't care that there are people out there who want to have Beyond Meat as opposed to your regular cheeseburgers. Here's the deal. I like regular cheeseburgers as well. But what I don't pretend is I don't pretend that that's just real meat. Because if you've been around long enough, you'll know that there's more than just meat in your typical American cheeseburger. But Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to believe that Beyond Burgers are just made of bugs from Bill Gates because he's just sitting around in his living room making Beyond Meat burgers out of bugs that he finds in his backyard. But her cheeseburger, her big, juicy, fat cheeseburger, has real meat in it. Georgia, please help us all out. Get rid of this woman. Vote her out, please. Thank you very much.
This November is Rowvember. MeidasTouch just released its brand new collection of Rowvember t-shirts and pins to let the country know what's at stake this upcoming midterm election. Go to store.meidastouch.com to grab yours. That's store.meidastouch.com.